right, today we are preparing for an event shoot tomorrow. It's a corporate event, bringing 2 camera packages, some sound gear. So yeah, just gonna start off and start charging some things. These batteries just seem to like die even when I don't use them. Very strange. Anyways, let's get to some charging. So this is what it looks like when I'm prepping for a job. This is really nice just kind of for setting everything out, charging things. All my little nooks and crannies, different stuff to mount with. Random wires, shoulder rig stuff. Extra bags for organization. More random like Ronin stuff. Grip, straps. Whole bunch of random stuff in here. Dividers, GoPro flash, more things. Having a place to just kind of lay everything out is really nice. I also love just having this built-in power. I need to clean this up. I feel like I always say that, but this is kind of where the rest of the things live. I'll be grabbing my sound case, a tripod case, cart, and a couple things out of the unit, the locker. This probably looks like. We gotta clean some stuff up here. Do you guys, I always lose my micro SD cards. I have one in my drone, one in my GoPro. I guess theoretically that's all I need, but it's frustrating. Does it look cool? I don't know. These, do you guys do over under? I find you gotta just follow what the cable says. So look at that. I wanted one of these. This has also been not exactly treated that nicely. So yeah, no, this is a mess. Zoom H8. Got a card in here. This thing is a little bit overkill, but it's all my event cables. I have an H6 that I use as backup. Honestly, I prefer the H6. I like having both just in case we need a backup. When something goes wrong, then you only have one recorder. So I like to bring these little Tascam logs and just kind of drape them kind of near a speaker just as like a backup source. I don't need this. This is for my vlogs and my interviews. That's what I needed. Chaos. It's gonna be so nicely clean in like 2 hours. AA, AAA, XLR, H8, H6, headphones, event cables, although I think it is just gonna be XLR. I love being able to just like repurpose something regarding the case that otherwise was collecting dust. I just threw the Ronin M out. It was inoperable and I have no use for it. But I love being able to get some use out of this case. I bought these little case dividers, or they're like, I think they're like makeup pouches. Anyways, I love just kind of labeling stuff, keeping things organized so I know when I need to take this out for a job. Bam, it's ready. And this is for all my Tascams. So now in here, I'll have Tascams ×2, the card reader, and AAA batteries. This way I know everything's in one pouch. All right, so the sound kit's good to go. Here's one thing I never go to set without. It is this Aperture MC. Because of the magnets, I love to just even use this as a work light. Looking a lot better after packing up. Fishing prepping, I always keep this Arca Swiss plate on my FX3. This way, easy to get onto my Ronin. And then also I have a Arca Swiss quick release base plate right here. Kind of just makes things easy. Have a little DIT kit here because I know I'm dumping footage. I'm getting hard drives from the client. So I got some dongles, USB-C, USB-C, and then this older one, was it SSB or whatever? Anyways, always got to come prepared if you're doing a data dump. Never know what the hard drive they might give you. It could be one that is like many years old. Everything is looking good here for today. So this is what it looks like when I'm packing for a job with 2 cameras, an event sound. In New York City, you're gonna run into situations where you gotta park the car a few blocks away. You can't access the car, and on a day like today when I'm alone, I wanna be able to make sure I could use this setup mobily. So I'll park the car 2 blocks away and I'm able to roll it onto set, no problem. For bigger jobs, what I usually do though is the rest of the crew is waiting on site. I unload the car, then I go park the car, and then do the reverse when I come back. But recommend getting some ratchet clamps or ratchet straps for your cart if you have one of these. Kind of just helps bring the handles in a little bit closer, which I really like. So everything feels pretty snug. Another thing why I'm able to do this, and I kind of will give this as a little bit of a tip. If you live in New York City, or I don't know, I could only speak to New York City. If you are in this line of work, live on the first floor, or live in an elevator building. When I got this apartment almost, I guess now it's 2.5 years ago or whatever, when I was searching, and actually even my previous apartment, I was like, it has to be on the first floor. This way I could roll my cart out. There's no in between, no other option for me. Even one flight of stairs. Think about the days where I have to bring a lot more things. That's just not gonna happen. I love this because I could just roll right out of my apartment. I even have a little ramp in front of my place. So there's not even like a little step. From here on out, it's first floor or elevator. Went on the first floor because elevator usually means a lot more expensive. And usually the fancier, nicer apartments are actually a lot smaller. And size is very important for me. So that's just a little tidbit I will give for if you're thinking about moving to New York City. Just a little pro tip, I would recommend first floor or elevator building, unless you want to be carrying hundreds of pounds of pelicans every day going up and down the stairs. I don't think that's worth it. One of the best perks about being a business owner is being able to control your own schedule. So in the middle of the week, I could go do Korean barbecue for my dad's birthday. We had a really nice time. Happy birthday, Steve. So right here, you could see my sound setup, Zoom H8 going right into the board via XLR. I was running it off of a V-mount battery just because I couldn't find power source nearby. I knew this was going to last all night. This is the rig I was using for B-roll. I was capturing pre and post award show B-roll, just like people mingling, that sort of thing. After a while, though, I took off the right side handle. It was like super crowded and I was feeling like I was just taking up way too much space. So I took that off for a bit. There was definitely times though where I was like, oh, where'd that go? Had my little area locked off. This was honestly a really good idea. Like I said, it was so crowded, and just having a little, even just the tape to let people know, don't stand over here. I was having this weird flicker with the screen, and I always keep it at 180-degree shutter. But for this one, I was like, let me get rid of the flicker. And honestly, like, this is just event capture. My clients aren't going to be like, the motion blur looks different. So I was adjusting it and I dropped it to 144. And honestly, this came out really clean and there was no flicker on the screen. So if you are in a scenario like that, I recommend just messing with your shutter speed or shutter angle. Here's the rig. I was just locked off in the back. I wish it could have been a hair more center, but due to space limitation, this is what I had to deal with.
just doing FX6 70 to 200. And I also had another XLR being run into my camera from the audio board. That was very nice to the client. I was primarily just going off of that and sporadically checking the zoom. That's, these are scenarios that are where you ideally have more than one person, but I think I still made do and was able to monitor the sound pretty well for the majority of the event. Pro tip, my buddy Eric told me to do this. Keep all the axes of your gimbal unlocked. Basically, this will lower your chances of breaking something in the case. Got that light. Break it down.
It's a perfect fit, and that's a wrap. Time to get some sleep.
There we go, pushing the cart. Man, I've been having way too many gigs going through Times Square lately. There we go, pushing through the parking lot. Yeah. All right, guys. Until next time.